Welcome to all. Welcome to all the people who have joined in this session and also those who have joined us as guests on YouTube Live. Good afternoon, India, and good morning, Sweden. I am Yasmin Zaveri Roy. I work at the Embassy of Sweden in New Delhi as Senior Advisor at the Trade and Economic Affairs section. Today, I'll be moderating with my co-moderator, Amrit Hinduja, who will introduce himself also. Amrit, can you please come in and introduce yourself?
This is indeed a very momentous occasion where the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center completes 1 year. It's still very fresh in my mind, standing along with various dignitaries, and in particular, the Honorable Minister, Dr. Harsh Vardhan, 1 year ago during the launch program of the India-Sweden Innovation Center. And we are indeed privileged that we can now, 1 year later, again congregate together to mark and celebrate a successful journey so far. To welcome everybody, I request the Ambassador of Sweden to India, Mr. Klaus Molin, who is a staunch encourager of Team Sweden when it comes to innovation, has always encouraged us to focus on healthcare as a strong cooperation area. Ambassador, I invite you to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Amrit and Yasmin, Honorable Minister, dignitaries and friends. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be with you today. And it's with great pleasure that I can also welcome you to the Sweden-India Nobel Memorial Week, which is in its 13th consecutive year. It will take place entirely on a digital platform, hopefully without too many glitches, like almost everything else going on currently. This year, the Nobel Memorial Program comprises several elements which are meant to strengthen the synergies between our two countries that are very, very close partners in innovation and health. The India-Sweden Health Talks is a major event in this year's Nobel Program. The series of health talks will be on specific topics like infection control, oncology, healthcare innovations, etc., and will conclude in 2 weeks' time on December 15th. Today, we are inaugurating the talks and also going to celebrate the first anniversary of the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center. We'll also be congratulating the winners of our Innovation Challenge. More on that shortly. It's, of course, with particular pleasure that I welcome the Honorable Minister, Dr. Harsh Vardhan, Minister of Health, Family Welfare, Science and Technology, and Earth Sciences. We're most grateful for your presence on this very significant occasion. And as was just mentioned, a year ago this week, during the Swedish state visit, the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center Agreement was signed in yours and Secretary Maya Fiestad's presence here in New Delhi. We're also very pleased to have Secretary Rajesh Bhushan, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, with us today. And thank you, Mr. Bhushan, for your presence and for agreeing to launch the Center of Excellence in Oncology, which is going to be set up at AIIMS in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. My colleagues will soon provide more information on the progress made to date. Equally importantly, and underlining the close cooperation with the private sector and within the triple or indeed quadruple helix that we talk so much about, the model that we're so proud of. Mr. Leif Johansson, Chairman of AstraZeneca, a true titan of Swedish industry, is with us and will be addressing us shortly. Other participants today include the Joint Secretary, Lav Agarwal, who co-chairs the Joint Working Group meetings with his counterpart, Director General Niklas Jakobsson from the Swedish Ministry of Health and Social Affairs, and we'll be hearing from them in just a moment. Special welcome is also due to Dr. Randeep Guleria, Director at AIIMS Delhi, and Dr. Sanjeev Mishra, Director AIIMS in Jodhpur. They are partners in the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center, along with the Swedish Trade Commissioner's Office, Business Sweden, here in Delhi. And we take this opportunity to congratulate all partners on the success of the partnership and to say that we look forward to more of these anniversaries. This broad cooperation would not be possible without the leadership of our prime ministers. They have endorsed it through the Sweden-India Innovation Partnership for Sustainable Future and in the joint action plan that they saw fit to have inaugurated between our countries. Cooperation in health and in life sciences is an integral and crucial part of this partnership, never more true than in this day and age. Last year, we celebrated 10 years of our health memorandum of understanding, and next week, the joint working group under this agreement is slated to discuss the next decade of our cooperation in this field. And I and all of us trust that it will bring many more ideas for consideration. Let me conclude, Mr. Minister, by once again welcoming you as our chief guests and all other participants to this year's Nobel Memorial Week. Let me also take the opportunity of declaring our health talks inaugurated. All the best in your interactions and discussions. Good luck and thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador, for those welcome remarks and for flagging off the India-Sweden Health Talks 2020. We could also mention that the India-Sweden Health Talks is, of course, the annual conference of the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center. But at the same time, this is a Team Sweden effort, and we recognize our collaborators, both Swecare, the Swedish Consul General in Mumbai, as well as the Swedish Chamber of Commerce, who together as a team, we come together to present this under the Nobel banner. The India-Sweden Healthcare Cooperation finds its foundation in the MOU of health between the two countries. And a strong pillar is always needed to drive this cooperation. And we are proud to have the support of Mr. Love Agarwal, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, who has been a driving force and guiding light for us in this cooperation. I request Mr. Love Agarwal to please address the gathering.
Thank you, Chief Guest of today's function, Honorable Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, Dr. Harsh Vardhan, sir. Secretary Health, Government of India, Excellency Mr. Klaus Molin, Ambassador of Sweden to India, all my senior colleagues who are present here, Mr. Leif Johansson, Chairman AstraZeneca, and all other colleagues. A very good morning to all our colleagues in Sweden and a good evening to all our friends here in India. As has been highlighted, our ongoing relationship with Sweden is probably one of the oldest and one of the most fruitful relations we have so far. We signed an MOU in the year 2009 and we had consecutively on a collective manner worked towards 10 joint working groups in the last 10 years. Last year we all celebrated the 10 years of our India-Sweden Year of Health, and this year again now on 8th of December we are again meeting with our counterpart, my colleague friend Mr. Nicholas also. We will be sitting for the 11th joint working group. The most important point to highlight here is that when we have always been continuously meeting, we have translated our meetings in terms of action at field level, and be it in the area of drug regulation, be it in the area of AMR, talking in terms of midwifery, as well as other components related with training. It has been our fruitful understanding that we have been able to deliver so much on field. We look forward for another meeting another week down the line in terms of taking up and identifying elderly care, midwifery, AMR, and also digital health as few of the priority areas to be taken up. Besides also discussing on issues related with pandemic management and how two countries can collaborate with each other. I would like to thank my counterparts in Sweden who have always been very, very cooperative and very proactive in taking this relationship forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Love Agarwal. Absolutely, definitely this has been a very fruitful and impactful cooperation. We now invite the co-chair and the counterpart to Mr. Love Agarwal in the MOU's joint working group, Mr. Nicholas Jacobson, Director General from the Ministry of Health and Social Affairs, Sweden, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Amrit. Minister Harsh Vardhan, Ambassador Molin, dignitaries, colleagues and friends. Good afternoon to all friends in India and good morning to colleagues in Sweden. Let me start with conveying my greetings or the greetings from my minister, Mrs. Lena Hallengren, who unfortunately couldn't be with us because she is in the room next door participating in a ministerial meeting with EU ministers on COVID-19, which is of course on everyone's mind these days. But she wanted me to convey that she cherishes her memories, the memories from her visit last year to Delhi and Jodhpur, which she appreciated very much. I'm very proud to have been part of this collaboration now for 10 years, and as has been said by several here, we have had many milestones during these years, and so I won't dwell on what has been done, but we had a very successful 10-year anniversary last year, which was then had its final in December last year with a visit by the King and Queen of Sweden and the inauguration of the Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center. I think that I want to say just a few words on why I believe that this cooperation is so successful, and that is that we are all committed to making it happen. And we have been working even in these very dire times of the pandemic. We are still meeting, discussing, exchanging knowledge, exchanging experiences, and I think this is a very good sign that we have during the years get to know each other, and it's easier for us to now meet in a more both formal and informal ways in order to take collaboration further. So I won't, as my colleague Mr. Lava Agarwal said, we are going to meet next week for the joint working group, and I'm quite sure that we will take steps forward in the Sweden-India health collaboration during this meeting. So I'm proud to be part of this inauguration and the celebration of the 1 year of the Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center at the AIIMS Jodhpur, and I hope that we will during the year be able to even increase the collaboration with AIIMS Jodhpur. And I'm also excited to hear the announcements of the winners in this innovation challenge that we were going to hear later today. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Nicholas. 1 year has passed very quick, and this has been, of course, not a normal year. It's been a very challenging year around the globe. But despite this, I think the team has been extremely motivated to carry out the mission on hand at the India and Sweden Innovation Center. In fact, with health at the very focus of this global situation, I think the motivation level has been much higher with all our stakeholders involved. And in order to present a short progress report of activities, I request the Secretariat representatives of this collaboration to please say a few words. To start with, I invite Dr. Kuldeep Singh, Dean Academics, AIIMS Jodhpur.
Good afternoon, everyone, and honorable health ministers and all dignitaries. Greetings from AIIMS Jodhpur. So, as we know that the India Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center is a collaboration between AIIMS Delhi, AIIMS Jodhpur, and Business Sweden, with the implementation of the Indo-Swedish Healthcare MOU, and with the mission and vision as follows. The vision of this program is to provide the affordable and accessible healthcare for all, and mission is to enable the collaborative ecosystem of open innovation by supporting startups to address the healthcare challenges in India. To this end, we are addressing the healthcare challenges in India with the help of protocols and processes in place, harnessing the benefits of the technology, using the business models to commercialize the prototypes as developed in this manner, and to promote the data and to develop the data which can be used for further research And also this can be helpful for scaling to scale or going to the last man in the queue. And that's why this will help the community to achieve the healthcare for all and the universal health coverage. So this will impact the healthcare delivery to everybody in the country and the globally. So this is the status which is for the startups which are going to be startup to the innovation of the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center at AIIMS Jodhpur. Thank you.
So moving in to the partners in the Healthcare Innovation Center. As the ambassador mentioned, we have built the India-Sweden Healthcare Center on the concept of the triple or quadruple helix. And through the year, we have worked with strengthening the core partners by having additional ecosystem partners in the form of Atal Innovation Mission, C-Camp, BioBangalore, Bio Innovation Center, among others. And we believe this teamwork will lead to stronger innovation cooperation. The year has been quite extensive and we have been able to achieve many different aspects. I request Kapil to please present the slide with the status of the Innovation Center. Despite this turbulent year, we have achieved setting up a governing council for the Innovation Center. We have been able to agree on areas of cooperation, including NCDs and infectious diseases and communicable diseases, including COVID. We have been able to create a strong network of global mentors across India and Sweden. We have also developed a funding network who could support us to connect finance to startups as we proceed. And of course, we were able to launch the Innovation Challenge and also now today declare the winners. With that, I request Dr. Meenu Bajpai, HOD Pediatrics, to say a few words about the road ahead.
Thank you, Amrit. Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Harsh Vardhan, sir, dignitaries, members of the august audience. Much has been said. I would briefly test some salient features. The All India Institute of Medical Sciences has had numerous national and international collaborations in the last few years. The India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center brings to the table a unique model of public-private partnership. This is a tripartite model. The AIIMS New Delhi, with its more than 60 years of experience, has taken the lead in innovation around protocols and processes. AIIMS Jodhpur will be launching the Center of Excellence in Oncology, and the Swedish State Commissioner's Office will provide mentorship, workshops, funding opportunities, and access to international markets to clinicians and researchers. As we have all witnessed the unfortunate happening of COVID-19 related morbidity, healthcare services are disrupted throughout the globe. India obviously has not been spared. Fortunately for us, in this tripartite model, we had inherent draft resolution of creating innovative solutions. So in August this year, the Health Secretary, Shri Rajesh Bhushanji, launched the Innovative Challenge. And to our encouragement, we found that there were more than 400 applicants went through rigorous screening processes, from interviews to the web, and finally we were able to identify 14 winners, which will be announced in today's event. Now, with the encouragement and support from the leadership, we are confident that with these jointly developed models of excellence and best practices, we could reciprocate them or replicate them throughout the country. Real-world data, where is it available, we will be able to tap it to predict patient outcome analysis. Often there is absence of data throughout the globe, also in India. And therefore, we wish that we would be able to tap the potential to develop predictive algorithms based upon pattern recognition using retrospective health records and also create prospective records. So with these words, I would like to thank once again.
Thank you, Dr. Baj, both for being a strong pillar in this cooperation and for those words. Any cooperation requires strong core partners, and we are indeed honored as Sweden to have been to partner with AIIMS Delhi and Jodhpur. I now invite Dr. Randeep Guleria, who has always been encouraging and personality within healthcare delivery in India, guiding us on how we could take ahead the cooperation. Dr. Guleria, I request you to say a few words.
Thank you, Amit. Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harsh Vardhan ji, Secretary, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Rajesh Bhushan ji, His Excellency Ambassador of Sweden to India, Mr. Klaus Molin, my colleague Dr. Sanjeev Mishra, Director AIIMS Jodhpur, other dignitaries on this WebEx, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me congratulate everyone on the first anniversary of the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation. I think we've made great achievements despite many challenges. Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the winners of the Innovation Challenge that is going to be announced today. The last 1 year has seen health become the center stage across the globe, and it has really thrown up a lot of challenges both in the developed and the developing world. And we have looked at innovation to really find solutions in this rapidly progressing pandemic, whether it be looking at technology, developing rapid point-of-care tests, which could be antigen or antibody-based, looking at the effect that climate change has had and the effects of the pandemic, not only on the health but also on the economy. I think this innovation center will be able to address many of the challenges that we're facing. It's trying to look at local solutions with global partnerships and experiences, and that is something that we need to do. I think the challenge is to try and develop solutions which are frugal, which are cost effective, and frugal innovation is something that the center will definitely do. And as has been said by the Honorable Prime Minister, this will actually be a big step in actually having a huge Make in India platform. So I think we are really very, very excited about the journey ahead. And I look forward to a very good cooperation between all the partners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Guleri, for highlighting the potential for the startups and the ecosystem for not only making in India, but also making the world from India. Absolutely, we are aligned to that mission. I now invite our second core partner in this initiative, AIIMS Jodhpur, Dr. Sanjeev Mishra. Sir, it has indeed been a great journey to work with your proactive team, and I invite you to say a few words.
Good afternoon, Dr. Harsh Vardhan, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, His Excellency Mr. Klaus Molin, Ambassador of Sweden to India, Mr. Rajesh Bhushan, Secretary Ministry of Health Welfare, Government of India, Dr. Guleri, Director AIIMS, New Delhi, Mr. Lava Agarwal, Joint Secretary, Mr. Nikhil Kapsan, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Jodhpur, it's been an honor being part of this collaboration working with AIIMS Delhi, the Business Sweden, the Ministry of Sweden Government for this joint innovation center. And the objective, even though 1 year has gone by and we've had COVID and it's been a very difficult and trying time, but still we have moved forward in many ways. And the aim of this joint innovation hub is to develop accessible and equitable high-quality solutions to health-related issues. And as Dr. Guleri mentioned, that we're looking at frugal innovations, we're looking even at complex innovations also, but then main thing is looking at frugal innovations that we can contribute to the policy. Also, make an impact. It's not only in the lab that we're looking at, but we're looking even in the public health area. Any innovation which is disruptive, people which can help in a better delivery of system, also to the last person in the queue or to the remotest part of the country. I think that is what the objective has been. And here at Jodhpur, we have the process of having a 20-seat center, which is being developed here at Jodhpur, and which has a capability to be expanded further. And this is to be emphasized to be a center for creative ideation and growth. And to add to it, at Jodhpur AIIMS, we have a very strong collaboration also with the IIT Jodhpur running a medtech, medical technologies master's and PhD program, where the doctors and the engineers are working together. And with the innovation center, this will really be good because we have the access to doctors, engineers working together, and with the industry, this will be a unique model and will give a good push to it. and the faculty which is here at Jodhpur and Delhi and then the IIT, I think that's also a good platform where all of us can work together. And we hope that this COVID-19, even though it has really thrown up a lot of innovations when we talk about healthcare, and I'm sure that this is something which we have learned from COVID-19, that yes, innovations is something which can really make a difference as far as healthcare goes. And with this innovation center, we will give a major thrust to further development of healthcare technology and providing good accessible healthcare to almost everybody in the country. And we hope to see this develop further. And again, thank all of you for being part of it and working together, and look forward to further working together. Thank you so much.
Dr. Mishra, for the
Thank you. Thank you, Amrit, for holding the fort till now. I'm extremely sorry for the glitches in the technology, but I'm back on track now, hopefully, to join Amrit in taking this session forward. Since morning, the triple helix model has been talked about, and innovations itself means it has to do with partnerships, it has to do with co-creating and sharing experiences. And in this partnership approach, we are very happy and proud to have our partner, our knowledge partner, AstraZeneca, Mr. Lev Johansson, who is the non-executive chairman of AstraZeneca, has joined us for this unique session. And he is bringing in a unique experience, global experience. And in a way, he not only represents AstraZeneca, but he has also, in many ways, he is leading industries in Sweden with his vast experiences and knowledge, and a promoter at heart of innovation.
We, together with AIIMS Jodhpur, are very proud today to launch the Center of Excellence, which will work with protocols, skilling, technology, and data, as well as business models. Today, we are proud to launch the Center of Excellence within Oncology, and I would request Secretary Bhushan, if his video can be brought up. Sir, I request you to give us a signal to go ahead and launch the Center of Excellence via a video presentation. Thank you, Secretary, sir.
1 in 10 Indians will develop cancer and 1 in 15 Indians will die of cancer in next few decades. 2.25 million people live with cancer in India and 1 million new patients are getting added each year. Cancer treatment is very stressful to patients and caregivers. Large section of people are unaware of the disease and its complications, are unaware of the treatment, are currently undiagnosed, don't follow medication properly, hindering the achievement of intended patient outcome. With this context, we launch Center of Excellence on Comprehensive Patient Support Program at AIIMS Jodhpur under India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center. The objective of this project is to help patients better understand and manage their disease, better manage their treatment plan, help manage and cope with complex treatment plans, improve treatment compliance, reduce and minimize complications. The project will encompass nutrition and diet counseling, psychological counseling, health coaching, caregiver support, dedicated helpline number, resulting in improved quality of life. We will also explore to further extend the program towards increasing awareness through screening and education. With this, we now launch the Center of Excellence. The journey begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center is proud to present the Center of Excellence developed at AIIMS Jodhpur. With that, I request Secretary Bhushan address the gathering, sir.
Honorable Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan ji, His Excellency Mr. Klaus Molin, Ambassador of Sweden to India, my colleagues in the room, Love Agarwal and Nilambut Sharan, Mr. Niklas Jacobson, Deputy DG and Head of Division for EU and International Affairs, the Swedish Ministry of Health and Social Affairs, Dr. Randeep Guleria, Director AIMS New Delhi, Dr. Sanjeev Mishra, Director AIMS Jodhpur, and Mr. Leif Johansson, Chairman of AstraZeneca. And all the other distinguished delegates, I once again wish you a very good afternoon to everyone who's in India and a very good morning to everyone who's in Sweden. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this inaugural session of the Health Talks of Sweden-India Nobel Memorial Week 2020. The India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center is a testament to the strength and ability of cross-border partnerships. We believe that this center is a timely and ambitious association to promote open innovation and collaboration. Under the strategic guidance of Government of India's Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Indian Council of Medical Research, Government of Sweden's Ministry of Health and Social Affairs, and Embassy of Sweden in India, the center has taken substantial strides towards better and inclusive healthcare for all. The center is an outcome of a 10-year-long India-Sweden partnership in healthcare. Today we recall that the first Memorandum of Understanding in Health and Public Health was signed in 2009 between the two countries, and since its launch last year, the center in Jodhpur has worked tirelessly in building partnerships across different stakeholders in the health policy space. Despite COVID pandemic, we have successfully organized various virtual conferences and other activities. Excellencies, at this point in time, I would also underline the fact that India is home to a booming startup culture with some of the brightest minds working to find solutions to the problems in the healthcare space. The Indian government is promoting this through policies of Make in India, Startup India, and more such policies. The center this year launched the first innovation challenge to source budding startups in healthcare sector. Today, recently, just now, we saw the launch of Center of Excellence in Oncology at AIMS Jodhpur. This premium setup with cutting-edge resources is symbolic of the hope we have of the new startups and both countries' commitment towards nurturing talent in this field. We all agree that we have come quite far in the past few years, and I'm sure both our nations will continue to collaborate, mutually support, and share best practices with each other. Again, I congratulate everyone who has made this center in the Indian-Sweden collaboration a success. We will, in the coming days, continue to explore further avenues of mutual cooperation. I once again thank you for all your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bhushan. Thank you, Mr. Bhushan. Now we will once again give a second shot for Mr. Lev Johansson to rejoin and have the floor to him. Mr. Johansson?
Yes, I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, this is better. Please go ahead.
Okay, very good. I'll start there from my first page. Honorable Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan, Ambassador Claes Molin, government dignitaries from both India and Sweden, esteemed colleagues and friends, a very warm greeting from a wintry Sweden. COVID-19 has changed the way the world looks at healthcare. Earlier this year, we were reminded that agile healthcare is critical to keeping our population safe. In India, AstraZeneca was quick to provide 400,000 masks and donate $90,000 for COVID. More importantly, perhaps, in parallel, we started work with Oxford University on a vaccine. The announcements made by us and others in recent weeks give hope that we can start effective and safe vaccinations soon. For any vaccine to be meaningful in the current pandemic, it has to be made available broadly, equitably, and timely. AstraZeneca has supply agreements in place towards 3 billion doses if our vaccine is approved, which covered 160 countries at no profit during the pandemic. COVID-19 has also shown us that a strong biopharmaceutical industry is an important pillar of healthcare resilience. Support for academic research, a healthcare system that embraces innovation, and IP protection are critical to this. COVID-19 has also changed India's role in healthcare. The response from Indian policymakers and innovators to COVID-19 has been encouraging. Out of the many candidates under research globally, 30 are from India and under various stages of active trials. The Serum Institute of India is an incredibly important partner to us because of its unique ability to mass manufacture 1 billion doses of our vaccine by the end of 2021. India will be the largest beneficiary of this. I would also compliment Minister Vardhan's efforts toward getting the country, India, ready for vaccination of 300 million people by July 2021. But beyond vaccine, it also has been encouraging to see how Indian innovators are working relentlessly to develop additional solutions, from novel point-of-care diagnostics to therapeutic formulations based on traditional knowledge. Precisely because of India's exceptional ability to turn a crisis into an opportunity, AstraZeneca is so pleased to support the India-Sweden healthcare innovation as a knowledge partner. Together with NAFCOM, AIMS, ATEL Innovation Mission, and others, we have gathered and defined problem statements on healthcare challenges that patients and doctors face every day. These form the basis of the Healthcare Innovation Challenge. With over 460 submissions, the response has been enormous. They cover a wide spectrum of technologies, incorporating telemedicine and artificial intelligence to support better diagnostics and better care. So, what's next? I'm excited to learn about the winners shortly. AstraZeneca looks forward to supporting their development through the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center. I hope that they can follow the path of Indian startups such as Tricog, Cure, AI, Predictable Health, and Jana Care. These are brilliant companies that makes a real difference to those with cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and by working together, we have brought their solutions successfully to China, Southeast Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East. While we face many healthcare challenges today, I feel encouraged by the strong collaboration between Sweden and India in this critical sector. AstraZeneca is honored to be working with you, and I look forward to the many joint achievements ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Leif, for those inspiring words. As Leif mentioned, the innovation which was launched by Secretary Board has seen a great response. And to take you through the journey so far, we present a short video compilation.
Thank you so much. Amrit, do you want to say something? Go ahead.
Absolutely, go ahead, Yasmin.
Okay. So today we are very much privileged with the presence of Honorable Minister, the leader of our country in the healthcare, and to facilitate and encourage the winners of the Innovation Challenge. Sir, with your permission, we may begin to announce and present the 14 winners of the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center's Innovation Challenge. Sir.
Yes.
So with your goal, may we proceed?
Thank you.
Please go ahead.
We will, thank you. We will show this on the screen also. So, Amrit, will you start the screen, please?
So we have winners across therapy areas, across solution areas, and across the journey of startup from idea to scale up. Our first winner, Akash Kohli and Anand Parekh, working with surgical instruments to prevent iatrogenic nerve injuries in patients. They are at an idea and concept stage. Our second winner is Arogya AI, an AI-enabled software that rapidly diagnoses drug-resistant tuberculosis by combining genomics with AI and ML platforms. They are currently at a platform stage and will support clinical decision making. Winner number 3, Adivio Diagnostics. Managing wound care and wounds and burns is a very critical thing for patients at hospitals, and it's always been a kind of tricky task. This company works with artificial intelligence enabled real non-invasive detection of classification of wounds to support assistive and post-operative monitoring. The third idea is from Dr. Amit Goyal and team, including Dr. Abhinav Dikshit, Shilpi Gupta, Shilpa Goyal, and Vudu Sharma at an idea and concept stage. They have developed a modified tracheostomy tube with protective flap and drug delivery system. The next winner is Dr. Bharat Chaudhary and Dr. Kuldeep Singh's team, who work with a diagnostic tool in ophthalmology, AI-based to identify common fundus patterns. The next solution is slightly more mature at a field testing phase. It is known as the diabetes capital, and both screening and management tools for compliance are very important. They, Biofee Medical Healthcare, have developed a non-invasive blood glucose measuring solution for diabetes, and we look forward to support that. The next winner works in an interesting area connected to much spoken about aspect today, vaccines. It's that a lot of wastage, economical wastage occurs during vaccine delivery, especially in the last mile delivery. Black Frog Technologies, the next winner, has developed a precision refrigeration for the last mile delivery, a portable device that can have stabilizing cooling between plus to -8, and they are at a pre-production stage. Yasmin, I request you to present the list of the winners.
Sure, thank you. So you already heard the 7 winners. They are though not in any orders, but we are following alphabetical orders. So the next 7 winners I'm happy to share is Dozy. Its founder have been Moded Dandavate. The main solution over here is India's only contactless vitals monitoring solutions for home and hospitals, and it's an assistive technology in post-operative monitoring. The next is developed by Gautam Ram Chaudhary. He has developed a population-based screening for bladder cancer by self-testing and reporting with a simple dipstick test at community level. Next is developed by Arun Agarwal. It's a monitoring of vitals for mother and fetus during labor phase. Janitri Innovations, they have developed this new innovation. Next in line is Jeevtronics Private Limited, who have developed world's first dual-powered defibrillator, which can be used as a hand-cranked as well as grid-powered. Ashish Gowde is and Aniruddha Atre are the innovators in this. We have next is curative, which is making cancer diagnostics fast, accurate, and affordable by AI-powered pathology workbench. Dr. Anish Sathe is the founder of this innovation. The next in line is Cure AI Technologies Private Limited. It's an AI for radiology and developed by Dr. Prashant Warrior and Dr. Pooja Rao. The final winner of the innovation challenge is ThermaScan Technology AB. It's a breast cancer pre-screening tool with AI, therma camera, and smartphone developed by a group of Armin Abhiyan, RB Leonin, Varduhi Shayan, Katerina Eriksson. And with this, we have announced the name of the 14 winners of Innovation Challenge. With this, if we have time, for a possibility for a group photo, Amrit, otherwise then we'll request.
Absolutely. We now have on video, alongside the video of the Honorable Minister, we're very excited to have all the 14 innovators of the India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Challenge for a group photograph. On behalf of Sweden Innovation Center, we congratulate you.
Congratulations to the winners. And now I would request Ambassador Klaus Moline to kindly invite and request our Honorable Minister to say his special remarks as chief guest of the occasion. Mr. Moline.
Yasmin, Honorable Minister, I think on behalf of all of us, on behalf indeed of the Swedish government, indeed Team Sweden, we are very gratified to have you among us today, and thank you very much for taking all this time to overview and take part in the deliberations this afternoon. We are extremely pleased, very proud indeed to have you as a patron of this partnership, and I give you the floor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Klaus Moline, Ambassador of Sweden to India, for your kind words. Mr. Rajesh Bhushan, Secretary, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Mr. Nicholas Jacobson, Deputy DG and Head of Division for EU and International Affairs, Ministry of Health and Social Affairs, Government of Sweden. Mr. Love Agrawal and Mr. Nilambuj Sharan, Joint Secretaries, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Mr. Anders Tofte, Swedish Trade Commissioner to India. Mr. Leif Johnson, Chairman, AstraZeneca. Dr. Randeep Goleria, Director, AIMS, New Delhi. Dr. Sanjeev Misra, Director, AIMS, Jodhpur. Dr. Kuldeep Singh and Dr. Meenu Vajpayee. Mr. Shubhang Vikas, all the other distinguished delegates, awardees, ladies and gentlemen. Today it is a matter of privilege and honor for us when we celebrate this moment of furthering bilateral cooperation between our two countries, Sweden and India. Our relationship dates back to centuries. The Swedish East India Company was founded in Sweden in 1731 for the purpose of conducting trade with the Far East, including India. In 1954, a small bronze Buddha statuette believed to have been made in present-day Kashmir around the 5th century was discovered during excavations on an 8th century Viking ship. This statuette now rests at the Swedish History Museum. In 2009, a memorandum of understanding was signed between Sweden and Indian governments to support cooperation in public health and healthcare. I must say that Sweden and India have witnessed tremendous cooperation in the healthcare sector which has benefited both our countries. I remember distinctly last year how both sides celebrated the visit of His Majesty the King of Sweden, His Majesty King Carl XVI Gustaf to India, and how the India Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center was launched. It has been an interesting journey indeed since then, on how all of us have come together in the last 1 year and worked judiciously to establish this center as a flagship health innovation hub in India. I look forward to synergies being created by this center involving policymakers, academia, and industry. Friends, India has a young and vibrant population, and this collaboration has further heightened their entrepreneurial spirits to solve healthcare challenges through novel ideas. In August this year, the India Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center had announced its first innovation challenge. As many as 8 problem statements across therapy areas, including NCDs and COVID 19, were identified, and startups across India and Sweden were invited to apply. The challenge focused on innovative solutions in 8 challenge areas, including digital tools, medtech, telemedicine, and artificial intelligence backed solutions, which would support new ways of working and improve the efficiency of healthcare systems as they manage the pandemic. The Innovation Challenge received an overwhelming response of 468 applications, which then went through a rigorous evaluation process. Out of these, 14 winners have been identified. My heartiest congratulations to all of them. I hope most of them are present today in this function. No conversation on healthcare today is complete without underlining the massive challenge that the planet has faced in the last 10 months on account of the COVID 19 pandemic. But each challenge also has a silver lining to it. The global pandemic has taught us that our shared challenges also require shared responsibilities. Collaborations and synergies have become the order of the day. We can no longer work in silos. We have to create global synergies like never before. It is on the same lines that our two honorable Prime Ministers have expressed the desire to enhance cooperation between the two nations. During this time, I too had the lovely opportunity to deliberate on the same lines with the Swedish Health Minister, Mrs. Lena Hellengren. Today, I am pleased to meet the innovators who have won the Unique Innovation Challenge Awards. This is indeed a unique opportunity for them to work with the prestigious All India Institute of Medical Sciences of India, as well as to collaborate with Swedish experts. I personally congratulate the winners and wish them the best in their journey. The winning startups will now work on the India Swedish Healthcare Innovation Center platform to enable faster scale up, cross country mentorship, guidance on funding, and ability to ideate with the like minded innovator. The technological and knowledge partners associated with this collaboration and the institutes will together guide these entrepreneurs to higher scales. I look forward to more of their involvement in solving India's healthcare challenges. Cancer care is an important area for India, and I am happy to see that a center of excellence is planned to be set up at AIIMS Jodhpur. This will help patients to better understand and manage their disease, the treatment plan, and the prognosis. It will also help them to manage complex medication regimes, ensure treatment compliance, and minimize complications, resulting in improving quality of life for patients and caregivers. I am also aware that the joint working group set up under the bilateral MOU is going to meet next week. I look forward to hearing about their strategic plans to further increase health cooperation between our two countries. I am also happy to note that this annual conference is being positioned within the Sweden-India Nobel Week program. This is indeed so apt since the great scientist innovator Mr. Alfred Nobel himself stood out for some of the best innovations that changed the quality of human life. He once said, "If I have 1,000 ideas and only one turns out to be good, I am satisfied." I take this opportunity to congratulate our teams from both the countries who have come together to enable this fine level of bilateral cooperation. I wish success to this fabulous event. India-Sweden health talks being held now between 2nd to 15th of December 2020. Many thanks for giving me this opportunity to address a highly learned audience. My greetings to the people of Sweden for a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you for your kind words, your encouraging words, and under your leadership, we are positive that the India-Sweden relationships will not only thrive but also be strengthened and enhanced. And thank you for all your best wishes to everyone, to the winners and your team and the Team Sweden. Both jointly will take this forward. Thank you so much for your presence. Now I have the pleasure to invite Anders Tofte, who is the Swedish Trade Commissioner to India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Maldives. He has taken many leadership roles across Swedish industries, and we are very happy to have him here to give his closing remarks and vote of thanks. Mr. Tofte, over to you.
Thank you so much, Yasmin, and thank you so much for your kind help. To you all, thank you so much for joining us today for this important milestone of collaboration between India and Sweden on healthcare innovation. As you all know, 2020 has been a different and difficult year for the entire world. And while we are struggling through it, I'm so happy and proud to say that we have been able to continue the journey to make the Healthcare Innovation Center come to life. This, no more than ever, is of crucial importance to help us reach our vision to make healthcare affordable and accessible to everyone. We would not have achieved this creation of innovation ecosystem without strong support from our collaborators and partners. And for this, I would like to thank the Honourable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Mrs. Harsh Vardhan from the Government of India. He and his ministry, including Secretary Raj Bhushan and Joint Secretary Lo Agarwal, have been instrumental in helping toward the collaboration ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you to Ambassador Claes Molin for the embassy's great and close support, and to Director General Niklas Jakobsson and the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare for their contribution in supporting us through this first phase. A special thanks to our prime collaborators. Without you, this haven't been possible. AIMS Delhi, Director Dr. Randip Kulera, and AIMS Jodhpur, Director Dr. Sanjay Mishra, for your unrelenting guidance and contribution towards all the elements of the center. Thank you so much. To AstraZeneca, you are a main sponsor, Chairman Mr. Leif Johansson. Thank you to you and to your team for your immense industry experience and for all the time you have spent together with us towards defining the vision and mission and driven this center. I would also like to mention ICMR for providing the expertise in helping finalize our focus areas and selection of the finalists today. Atal Innovation Mission Head Mr. Ramanan, and Invest India Head Mr. Deepak Bagla, for your leadership and for hosting the Innovation Challenge. To CCAMP Head Dr. Taslam Arif, for sharing the tremendous experience in helping healthcare startups grow. To Bangalore Bio Innovation Center for helping expand the reach of the center, and to Senior Manager at Amr Hinduya and Shubhang Vikas, who together with your professional teams make all this magic happen every day. And at last, but not least, thank you to all fantastic people and startups companies who have been involved and competed in the Innovation Challenge. Thanks for all excellent ideas and for all the inspiring work. And an extra congrats to the winners. Good luck, be close to us, and let us do the magic in the future. With that said, I'm so confident that we together in the Indian-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center will continue to enable startups to co-create cutting-edge solutions that are affordable, accessible, and available for the last person in the queue, our vision. Thanks you all again for participating and support towards the Indian-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center. Take care, stay safe, and over to you, Amrit.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anders. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's just me, perhaps.
And yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We are co-moderators, but from both Amrit and myself, we would like to thank all of you. And for sorry for the glitches that we have, IT glitches, but that's, as Amrit said, it's going to be the new normal. And I hope we will improve in those aspects also. And thank you so much to everyone, those who participated. Thank you.
Yes, with that, signing off, and we look forward to meeting you in the other health talks during the 2nd to 15th. Thank you, and have an evening and a good afternoon, and so